Hello, and welcome back to the beautiful Mpushini Valley, where it's a sweltering 33 degrees in the shade. I'm Francis. That's Cara. That's my dog Fig. And this is Toprock, Africa's oldest and most reputable wholesaler of minerals and fossils. And like for the past couple of sales, we're going to carry on with some Malawi. Zomba specifically, a little bit heavy on the smokies and the azurine, as well as the arfesonite. But we got some nice bangers in between. If this is your first time, happy days, welcome. Please take time to read Cara's old long story. She needs to refurbish it.
Update it
When are you going to update it, Cara?
in the near future.
That's right. Hold your breath. It's going to be 2 weeks. That's our pretty much standard go-to as far as anything is concerned here. It contains important information saying that we are based in Africa. So your flats that you order here by claiming the number will have to travel from Africa. And unlike the States and Europe where you pay a flat fee, the shipping here, it works like if you order more, you pay less per kilogram up until 32 kilograms, and then it becomes weird. Unless, of course, you take a whole container, like a shipping container. Alas, you don't have to buy an entire shipping container all at the same time. You can slowly stockpile. Happy days. Other than that, I haven't got any news. I haven't heard anything from Nick and Audrey. I think they're busy having a nice time. Good for them. They need that. Guys are going to post a comment after the sale just to put to notate which flats have been claimed and which ones are still available. So if you are late to the sale, please refer to the comment with the claimed flats in it. Okay, enough nonsense better. Let's get on with the business at hand. And the business at hand is some limonite. It is 70 beautiful golden limonite specimens. This one here has some, it looked red to me when I picked it up, but no, it's just limonite. This one's really pretty. That's very nice. Some a bit paler than others. These will be rated. Oh, that's an interesting one. Some of these have had proper hematite veils. This could be one of those, although the clarity's not the best. But that's still an interesting specimen. Here we go. Lots of goethite. Goethite veils, is that? It's a nice little specimen. That's wicked. Nice little thumbnail. Here we go. One with loads of goethite. Those little specks of goethite. What else have we got here? There's more of those little goethite specks. Lots of, ooh, hello, inclusion heaven. Here we go. Look at that. That is hot toddy limonite. These 70. What are you hiding there? Not much. Oh, wait a minute. The one in the corner is always the runt. Lots of iron on the outside. Still nice. Golden limonite veils. There we go. That's not too shabby at all. 1.45 kilograms, rated good to A grade. These 70 are going to cost $49. It is flat number 671. Onto some rhodonite. This is rough rhodonite from Zimbabwe, and let's just hit it off with a nice biggest one. And this one with has quite a nice little bit of gemmy spessartine. Oh, that orangey goodness. Spessartine. The black biotite in the midst. Bit of quartz, always nice for lapping. Suspect these will only be graded good to very good. They weigh 2.23 kilograms. That's for the 3. They are rated very good only. They're going to cost all of $35. Nice. That's for more than 2 kgs of rhodonite. Flat 208. Onto some polished cobalt from Mashamba West Mine. That is the mecca of all things cobalty. And you can see there's quite a lot going on with these polished freeforms. That is cobalt-bearing calcite, a dark pink. And then the little lighter rings around it is aragonite. And then some beautiful translucent dolomite as well. This one's got quite the amount of vugs. More aragonite than calcite, except for that nice little splash of decadent pink. Oh, go away, fly. Beautiful little patterns. There's a translucent dolomite. Very special. They weigh almost 1.5 kilos. There's a bit of hematite. Quite a few of these had copper, but not these ones. There's more hematite there. They're nice, they're special. You won't be seeing these in a rush again. A bit of a rarity amongst rarities. 1.474 kilograms, good to very good. They're going to cost $52. This is flat 109. Next up, we have 6 beautiful spirit quartz clusters. This is from Buchenhotuk, a little town on the boundary of the Limpopo and Mpumalanga province here in South Africa. Also known as fairy quartz because of all that beautiful crystallization around the plains. Wait, let me just try to get this right. Dappled sunshine is macking with me. Nice bit of limonite there as well. I imagine this will be rated good. Very good. And I say very good because of this one hasn't totally been cleaned up, or some of the iron, which is hard, man. Buchenhotuk doesn't come out of the earth like this. They all have to be cleaned. Proper acidy. Oh, I already did that one. Well, it's larger windows here. Six beautiful light lilac amethyst clusters from Buchenhotuk, 1.17 kilos. They are in fact rated all as A grade. Go figure. They're going to cost $58. This is flat number 934. Onto some petrified wooden spheres. We got 2. This is the larger one of the 2, both from Madagascar. Madagascar noticeably has quite the rich iron content, hence that nice red color. That is a beautiful little sphere. These are rated as good to A grade. They're going to cost, well, they weigh slightly more than 1 kilogram. They're going to cost $30 only. And that's a bargain for flat 673. Blue lace agate from Malawi. They are 12 natural cob pieces here, and they all have what looks like a lot of very attractive druzy. Rated as good to A grade. I reckon it's going to be easier finding the crappy ones than the good ones, because there are very few crappy ones in this flat. That is a beautiful little blue lace smile. Beautiful quartz in the middle. Look at that. That is beautiful. Also lovely. Okay, here we go. Sure. How about those little calcite crystals right over there? That's quite gnarly. So I reckon so far it's only been 3 that are good grade. The rest are all very good to A grade. Nice little vug there with lots of druzy on the inside. Nice flat, a blue lace agate. Weighing 3.05 kilograms. It's quite hefty. $54. That's a good price for 3 kilograms. That's a flat $4.70. Onto some Malagasy quartz, and it's an interesting one. This one automatically always will catch the eye first. Look at that cathedral of crystals. That is very special. I don't know if maybe it'll be easier in the shade. No. Sun. There we go. Catch all those cascading quartz crystals down the side. Man, that is beautiful. But there's 4 in this flat. That is 2 crystals. Beautiful. Clarity, clean windows. It's a beauty. And this is most certainly double terminated at the base. That'll stand very nicely. Thank you very much. Awesome. This little cluster here. It's pretty, but it's taken a bit of damage. The centerpiece, this crystal here, it's got quite a nasty chip there. And then, look at that. It's a proper floater. That is a double terminated crystal, if ever you've seen one. And then it's got a whole lot of beautiful cascading quartz on the side there as well. So this double termination, that looks absolutely mint. That's beautiful. The other end, which is probably the end where it broke off, it does have a chip there, which does, I'm going to guess that's man-made. That's not, that didn't happen when the earth belched. But that is a rather special specimen. 3 of these are absolutely brilliant. That one is unfortunate, but an absolutely gorgeous flat of Malagasy quartz. They weigh all of 1.98 kilograms, rated as good to very good. Stands to reason they're going to be, well, for $29. This is a no-brainer win-winner. Flat 321. Very nice. On to pink tourmaline in a kind of bluish schist. That is beautiful gemmy pink. Sure, that's actually the best rubellite gemminess I've seen for quite a while. That's rather special. I'll tell you what, the blue shading, because a lot of this pink tourmaline is also so, ooh, hello, this is a lovely flat. Look at that. That's pink tourmaline. The blue, they come out close proximity to quite a bit of lepidolite. So there is a very strong lithium influence in and around these. That is a beautiful flat. All 3 of them actually have beautiful gemmy pink tourmaline inclusions. That is the best by far. They weigh 1.21 kilograms. They're going to cost $34. This is flat 297. Very nice. Oh, okay. The first of the Zombas. And I tell you what, this is stunning. This is a flat of 3 reasonably large, where's the sun, double terminated crystals. There's the sun. No, it's not going to work. There's another pretty amazing double termination. This harm here has been entirely natural, self-healing. Also floaters, and probably the largest or the heaviest of the 3 is this fella here. Super duper dark. Yeah, they've been hanging out with Zircon. Hence that dark Marian look. That's a beautiful flat of extremely dark, smoky Zomba quartz. 3 double terminated, 1.184 kilograms. They're going to cost $46. This is flat number 126. Very, very nice. 3 very nices in a row. Next up, we got some purple flash, polished only on the one side. And these make so much sense. Having labradorite polished and flat surfaces. And then you can see that natural essence on the back as well.
Was that pun intended? This makes so much sense. Like Labrador sense.
This makes so much Labrador essence. Nah, that was fluke. Look at that, golds and purples. That's a beaut. Oh, don't even have to pick that one up. It just wants to show you things. It's a beautiful flat of purple labradorite. It's rated only as being very good, which I find surprising. It's going to, what does it weigh? It's 1.53 kilos, weighing, it's going to cost $43. That is, well, flat 172. Onto some jacaranda amethyst. This is from Mumbwa in Zambia. There's a whole bunch of points. There's a little mini double termination at the edge there. Lovely clarity. That tip might be chipped. Wow. $20 of these. What's going on here? Quite a bit of iron on the outside. Ooh, hello, a little bit of a juicy crust on this one. Mumbwa, generally quite cheap. There's another one with nice quartz crust. They weigh 1.66 kilograms, rated good, very good. They're going to cost $31. That is for 20 Mumbwa amethysts. Flat 973. Next, we turn our attention to some absolutely... Geez, look at these crystals, man. These are, well, some early relics from the Mary Martins collection. And this is superb. Also from Madagascar. Just some clear quartz, man, and you don't get to see them natural this large, this clear. And judging by the bottom, these, well, this one, we'll have a look at the other one just now. You can see some self-healing happening there, so perfectly natural. Little bit of Just over there, that's possibly human damage. Or maybe not even. That's a beauty, but this is a hell of a crystal. That is magnificent. Not perfect by any means. However, yes, this is a floater as well. You can see all that healing happening at the bottom there, new crystals forming. Two little chips on the tip there, but other than that, it is fabulous. This is most certainly a very nice addition to any collection, and the clarity is just amazing. That is very special. What is that? That's about 22 plus centimeters. 222 millimeters. They weigh 2.065 kilograms all together. They're going to cost $70. This is flat $839. Onto some A grade lepidolite. This is from Zimbabwe. Most likely Sandawana. Super duper lithium rich. Just looking for any other inclusions, because lepidolite likes to host parties. Little evidence of mica in there as well. That's those little glittery specks of silver. Very nice. Weighing 1.48 kilograms. These 6 are going to cost $40. It's flat number 81. On to, my flat of the day. It is some gorgeous, okay, there's so much going on here. That's azurine, there's smoky quartz, there is zircon, I can see it smiling at me. And I'll tell you what, so that little black blade, let's just zoom in on that. That little black blade there, that luster speaks of azurine, whereas this specimen here looks a lot like orphesonite to me. What about the other ones? Right, there we go. So there's nice azurine. You can see azurine's terminations are kind of bladed, like a little slope there. In the midst, quite a bit of orthoclase, and again, zircon. So I chose these 6 specifically for their fluorescence, and specifically for that manganese-bearing orthoclase, but zircon specifically, because there weren't many of them. Oh, look at those beautiful little crystals there. Little smoky quartzes with dark tips. How awesome are those 2 little dark smokies? So after me banging on about fluorescence, let me go show you. Right, so it is the presence of the zircon, which invariably includes thorium and uranium, which attributes to the smoky quartz. Now this is beautiful. That orange green. That green is very rare. That is the zircon. And then a minute amount of manganese in the environment has caused and seeped into and infiltrated the orthoclase, which is that beautiful red. Tell me that is not bloody amazing, mate. That's a lot of manganese. And orthoclase, like most feldspars, do not regularly exhibit signs of fluorescence. It needs an activator, and that activator invariably is manganese. Or in the case of the oranges and the greens, uranium and thorium. So they might look a little innocuous in the daylight, but I tell you what, that is spectacular. Purple as well. Purple is also just the orthoclase. It's just I think, varying degrees of exposure to the manganese. That is epic. Figs. No, it's Cora this time. Okay, there we go. Hey, Cora, you want to see something cool?
Yeah.
Check that out.
Oh no, fig. What is that? That's so interesting.
Zircon.
That's glowing green like that.
Well, it's either the uranium, likely uranium.
Well, uranium is the activator.
Yeah, well, there's thorium as well.
Mm.
And then the orthoclase is the manganese in the in the orthoclase. That's what's red. Absolutely stunning.
Whoa.
Which one here was so violent?
They're all violent. That's so cool.
Nice. There's one for the UV fans. This little flat here weighs 1.28 kilograms, rated very good for its daylight appearances, rated bloody awesome for its nighttime appearances with a medium wave. $55 is what they cost. This is flat 125. Onto some coral flower agate palm stones, and we're going to pick up the one with the biggest vug first. Interesting reniform formations on the surface, beautiful patterns outside. There's a little bit of druzy. These little coral. Oh, look at this one. This is pretty as. These are all rated as A grade. They weigh 1.62 kilograms for the 20 flower agate galets or palm stones. They're going to cost $60. This is flat 166. Onto some Salros. Ooh, that's just basically cobalt-bearing dolomite with the proverbial Congolese cocktail added. So there you got that beautiful cobalt pink, and then the malachite and druzy nestling on top. That's pretty. A little chrysocolla on the side there, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the shiny pink. Nice buoyancy on the silky malachite. lots of nice druzy. And last is the best. Very, very nice flat of cobalt bearing dolomite with a fair amount of malachite. 2.41 kilos is what they weigh. $67 is what they cost. This is flat 79. On to two large cob Swazi bloodstones, and that is a whole lot of brachiated activity right there, but it starts and ends with this beautiful red jasper. Proper quartz as well. That's the biggest one. Other one's a little bit more sedate, a bit calm, or at least a lot smaller. Perfect for lapidary work if you've got the saw going and the wheels. Pretty. 2.95 kilograms, rated good, very good. This is definitely lapidary material. It's gonna cost $25 for the two. This is flat 443. On to some polished Malagasy amethyst and smoky amethyst points. There are more than one. There's 16 in this flat. A little bit of lepidocrosite on the side there. What inclusions do we have here? No, just veils. How's this little double termination? It's pretty as. Lovely clarity as well. What's going on here? These are rated as very good to A grade. There's quite a few double terminated. There's another double terminated. This one looks like a very good. It's like definitely the worst of the bunch. Still pretty good. Beautiful flat of polished amethyst smokies. It's going to cost $44 for the 15. This is flat 115. Then, a bit of a special something from Zomba. We have got dark smoky points with evidence of the Earth having a little moment. Because each time the Earth pulses, it gives, in this case, azurine the opportunity to fill in the gaps and compete for all the minerals. There are 20, and this is the only flat of 20 of this specific type or specific arrangement. So here's an interesting one. We have got that orthoclase on the top there. You can see the Earth having a moment, giving other minerals a chance to manifest themselves. But on this side here, you see those white inclusions there. I don't think that's orthoclase. I think that's albite, which would explain, and there's a whole lot of rutile inclusions as well, of what I do not know. My guess is, I don't know, actually. How awesome is that? So one anomaly, not exactly the same way, but there is a lot darker. Also a smoky quartz. And I do want to see, because there's every chance that is zircon. Let's see if these light up somewhat. So I've taken out 5, because as much as I love test cricket, there was a show a while ago that just took way too long. Okay, there's not much happening there. There's just a little bit of red manganese orthoclase. More of that orthoclase. Okay, not too much to write home about, apart from a little bit of manganese orthoclase. Right, pretty special flat this, these 20. They weigh 661 grams. They're going to cost $34. Now this is flat 110. Onto the center, and I've got a beautiful, largish, petrified wooden freeform from Madagascar. She's a beauty. She's rated as a very good only. Don't know why. She hasn't been fixed much. That section there looks natural enough. Weighing 1.81 kilograms. This little fella here is going to be $45. Flat 192. Onto a reasonably large diaptase specimen from the Congo. An interesting one. And do raise my concerns sometimes with regards to how things get priced. I don't know. This is it weighs. What does it weigh? Where's the ticket? I don't know. It's got a lot of base stone, which I suspect drives up the price a little bit. I'll tell you why. Because this is $233. For $233, we generally sell A grade diaptase, a flat of, that would be 500 grams. Well, fair enough. So it does equate. It is a beautiful medium cabinet specimen. The crystals are reasonably small. There's a couple of big ones. But yeah, this is flat 206. Onto a blue lace agate polished standing freeform, and it's a lovely fella, and it has a main actor. Look at all that gorgeous blue chalcedony there, resembling the skies and waters of Malawi. And then right there, in the proverbial mouth of the fish, we've got a beautiful little scalenohedral calcite. Oh, come on then. Crystal right there. And then the bottom jaw is just a whole lot of calcite. That is stunning. If I can just get some details. Look at the details of those dogtooth calcite crystals. That is a beauty. Weighing 1.92 kilograms. It's going to cost $80. This is flat 464. Last on the first trolley, we have a reasonably large red hematoid from Karoi in Zimbabwe, and it has an interesting spider on it with long, questioning pincers. Hello, fella. What you doing there? Having a good time? Has this got your little spider nod of approval? We got 2 main crystals on this. If you can see the veils beneath there, lots of cascading crystals down the side, and then this side as well. Natural healing. You can see there's another crystal starting to grow between the 2 terminations, and then this one on the side is absolutely delicious. It does have quite a bit, and I want to say this is the front because the back, I use the fabric cleaner, which is a very powerful tool, and nothing came off here. So this iron there, that's there to stay for now. beautiful cluster. It weighs, you want to lie down, then lie down, be like that, 2.57 kilograms. It's going to cost $48. This is flat 927. Second trolley we go, and we're greeted by some Kwaggafontein, some dark purple amethyst. Ooh, not so dark purple. What is going on with you? Some beautiful clear quartz with some amethyst in the background. Largely they are deep dark purple amethyst. This is a Kwaggafontein, just a stone's throw away from Buchanhotuk. There are 35 of these little plates, or in some cases double plates. There's a little amethyst sandwich, very nice, with a beefy filling. Lol. That's quite a shitty grade. So 34 looks like really decent. This one's got a bit of iron on it still, taking it that'll be good to A grade. 35, yeah, makes sense. They weigh 1.27 kilograms. They're going to cost $31. That's for 35. Wow. 33 really nice Kwaggafonteins, flat 881. On to Celestite from Sakwani, a little village on the eastern side or seaboard of Madagascar. That's where the world's best celestite comes from. And we've got two nice specimens here. That is a beautiful little crystal. And this one here is a dark shade of blue, if I can do it justice. Look at that. That is a stunning crystal right there. A little bit of scuffing on the left, but other than that, it's perfect. Lovely little geode. These two weigh 2.34 kilograms. Rated as very good to A grade. They're going to cost $60. This is flat 132. On to some silky malachite. This is a nice flat. This is 35 little silkies from Kasompi in the Congo. You can see that lovely green chatoyancy. Here's a beauty. $35 beautiful silkies, and really they are very good to A grade, if not better. They weigh 1.156 kilograms. They're going to cost $60. This is flat 147. Very nice. Next up, 20 smoky Zomba crystals. These are reasonably small. They are, hello Bran, how are you? Did you get water, by the way?
Yeah, I'm going there right now.
Oh, okay.
If any of that good stuff is out there.
Oh, water problems in Africa. Curb your surprise. Here's one with a little bit of... That's azurine. A bit more of a blocky habit. Look at that rainbows, man. That's beautiful.
Where's Fig's fuzzy bed?
I threw it somewhere.
Oh, there it is.
It's right here. Yeah.
Where's your fuzzy bed, Fig?
Here's something special. Look at that phantom over there in the inside.
Yeah, look at that.
That is very nice. Beautiful natural smoky quartz. Zomba's finest. These are rated good to A grade. They're going to cost $39. This is flat number 155. On to some cobbed rose quartz from the Northern Cape. It's pretty much it's pink. It's cobbed. They're large. They weigh 3.438 kilograms. They will make you happy if you like the color pink, because pink is what they are. Lots of nice iron-rich quartz there. 3.483, 3.4 kilos. They're going to cost $62. That is flat 127. On to some Sashi River polished freeforms and somewhat larger gallows. Some are they more pink than red. Here's a very interesting one with beautiful patterns. Bit of a fug there, oranges, pinks. I love me a little bit of quartz in between all that delicious tile Sydney. These 12 weigh 1.494 kilograms. Rated as very good to A grade. They're going to cost $37. This is flat 133. Then one for the cobbers. It is one for the lappers. It is tolerite. This is a nice chunky, well, two chunky pieces. And when I say chunky, they come out in thin shields almost. So to see them this thick, or at least this thick, is rather special. That is some really nice chrome flavored Charles Sydney. It's a bit of a brute. I think it's a first, well, I haven't seen many of this size up there for the lappers. There we have it. These two, they weigh 2.89 kilograms. They're going to cost $54. This is flat 668. Then some hot toddy, and Cara loves these labradorite spheres. That is some super duper essence. That little black there, that's biotite in the mix. That distinct feldspar chatoyancy as well as the labrador essence. It's a beautiful sphere. How about that blue? These 4 spheres, they weigh 1.19 kilograms. They're going to cost $48. This is flat 209. On to some Luena. This is smoky quartz. There are 6 crystals or clusters. That's a beauty. Lovely clarity. Hardly any iron. Same likewise, man. That's a beaut. Small little tip on the tip. White veils, happy days. That is stunning. What is going on there? A little bit of iron. Interesting inclusion there. Very nice indeed. I reckon all of these can stand. There's this one. Well, or lean. It's a bit of a leaner. Also a bit of a chip on the tip there. These are rated good to A grade. And it's easy to see why. Why the A? Easy. I don't see any goods. Mostly these are very good as far as I'm concerned. They weigh 1.5 kilos, slightly more. They're going to cost $40. This is flat 229. Then onto some one-side polished watermelon fluorite from Namibia. And I can't remember which one I picked up or not. Alas, they are beautiful. Nice greens, purples. Always looking out for the blacks. Oh, here's one with a vug at the back. That's unusual. Very nice. They are rated as good to very good. That's the reason they're going to be very cheap. It's 1.235 kilograms, and they're going to cost, I don't know what they're going to cost because I don't have a tag for them. Oh. There we go. Okay, tag found. These 6 little polished beauties will cost all of $30, flat 971. On to some Kabamba Jasper. That is stromatolite. Oldest known organisms in the world who pumped oxygen into the earth. And we've got ourselves to thank for these little fellas. A couple of these, they're very good to A grade. I've just noticed 1 or 2 little scuffs. This one's really interesting. I like that. It's not too bad there. Where did I see it? Some lines over there. Otherwise, very nice. 1.955 kilograms. These 4 stromatolite spheres are going to cost $48. It's a flat 853. On to Toprock. We had 6 before, now we have 12. Weighing 1.38 kilograms. These are rated very good to A grade, and they do look absolutely smashing. A little bit of limonite in there. Very nice flatter book and I took. That's Spirit Quartz. They're going to cost $51. $51 for 1.38 kilos. That's cheap. That's flat 238. Onto some celestite palm stones. Or freeforms. That one's lovely gemmy. Still has a little bit of bruising on there. This one's a bit harmed. I think they're all pretty much harmed. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Topang. Buenas cosas. $20 little celestites. They weigh 967 grams. They are rated as good only because of these little scuffs, because of some of the breaks. That's why they're going at cost price. These are going to cost $24. This is flat 138. On to some Sharetsi. This is smoky amethyst from Zimbabwe. You might also know this as Shangan amethyst, known for its nice scepter-like formations. Also for the anhydros. Cara was playing with these. She's gone off now to fetch the boys some water. But she did say there was one here. It's a beauty. A little bit of a double terminated as well. There's one of these crystals with 2 anhydros. It's unlikely to be this one. Yeah. Not that one, I think. That is beautiful. Looks like there's one in the middle there. No. It's just not moving. Very nice flat. 12 Charettis. They weigh all of 290 grams. They're going to cost all of $26. This is flat 207. Then onto some Malagasy green nickel rich chrysoprase spheres. Bit of orange iron impurities there. That's a cutie little green sphere. These are rated good to A grade. A little bit of biotite in the mix as well. That's the black. That's stunning. Nickel chalcedony as opposed to chrome chalcedony. 1.31 kilos for the 4 spheres. It's going to be $37. This is flat 105. One green to the other green. It's a green cliniclaw in a mica matrix, and there's some biotite in there as well. Beautiful gemmy cliniclays. 3 standing freeforms. These are rated good to A grade. Weighing 1.41 kilograms. Look at that, that is stunning. They're going to cost $70. This is flat 901. Then onto some Zomba smaller clusters. So these are all over the show, really. I chose them for their size more than anything. But they will, the orthoclase with a manganese will certainly glow up quite red. I will show you. But there we got lovely azurine, smoky quartz. Dainty little fellas. Ooh, that's so pretty, man. Oh, I could bring me some. There we go. Look at that little crystal in the middle. That's beautiful. Love me a little bit of daintiness, don't you? Look at that, that is beautiful. Let's go see if these light up. There you go. 20 little specimens all lined up, ready for me. Ooh, knocks over torch, and here we go. A little bit of zirconia. No, I mean not zirconia, zircon. Zircon, that's proper. That's very nice. See the actual zircon crystal. suspect that blue is just some papery stuffs. No, not much there, but that's all in all pretty nice. Towards the beautiful little azurine smoky quartz zircon and orthoclase clusters weighing 371 grams. They're going to cost $34. This is flat 134. Next up we got 12 little rose quartz, slender little rose quartz points. Oh, smally little fella. Rated as only very good, which is a bit harsh. I'll tell you what, some of these points are, so I'll tell you what, slender points don't come around every day. And these are lovely. Another smally little one. This is the longest of the bunch. The 12 weigh 1.3 kilograms. They're going to cost $56. This is flat number 129. Then a flatter red hematoid, 6 quartz clusters from Zimbabwe and Karoi. That is a fantastic example of the earth having a wobbly, lots of iron, and then the regrowth of the quartz over the top there. That's beautiful. Ooh, this is interesting. Not hardly any red hematoid, but look at the beautiful crystals. There's a little bit of red hematoid influence there, a little veil on the inside. It's a beautiful crystal. This cluster here is just all over the show. Growing up, down, all over. That's beautiful. And the last for best, because this is the first time I've seen a proper Karoi red hematoid floater double terminated. That there is a regrowth after breaking off naturally, and this is the original crystal, and that is fantastic, especially that. Wicked good. These weigh 1.92 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $43. This nice flat 476. Then onto the center, and we've got another Mary Martin special. It's 2 Malagasy crystals. This one's the longest one. See there, it did break off naturally. It's regrown quite a bit. Not the same clarity as the previous 2, but still a rarity for size alone. That's quite special. And then the smoky, natural smoky. Quite the feldspar. Looks like orthoclase. Maybe this is a Malawian. Tell you what, I'm going to have to check. If it does glow red, then I'm going to say this is not Malagasy, this is Malawi. What does the paper say? I don't see the paper anyway. But that is a magnificent large piece. Is it Malawi or is it not? Well, it might still be Malawi, but not from the deposit that we recently got exposed to. Okay. Well, in the meantime, I actually found the ticket. I was wrong. Not about this. This was Zambian. I can never get that right. So, Zambian quartz. My bad, sorry guys. And that's Namibian, right? That's an Orongo smoky. Fabulous. These two are rated good to very good. Orongo smoky, my goodness me, that is massive for Orongo. Orongo may very well mean Gaboboseb, or Brandberg for that matter. That's wicked. 2.65 kilograms is what they both weigh. They're going to cost $56 for these two. Flat 224. Yummo. Onto a large, well, not too large, but it's a flat Luena smoky quartz cluster. And it's hardly got any matrix, which is unusual for Luena. Usually they're encumbered by quite the amount of weight. That's a beautiful veil in there. Some black inclusion that I'm going to guess it's most likely to be goethite. Absolutely gorgeous cluster. Proper white veils down there. Likewise there. It's a beauty. It weighs 2.07 kilos, rated good to very good. It's going to cost $46. This is flat number 211. And then onto a large-ish black tourmaline and vermiculite specimen. Lots of black tourmaline show sprays all over the show. Saved by only pretty much vermiculite. Oh, the monotony of black tourmaline. Said no one. It probably has some highlight opal as well. Let's have a look. Righto, highlight opal. Where are you? Not there. Sure. We become so sport, you kind of expect highlight opal to be everywhere. Not so much with this black tourmaline. It is unfiltered and unblemished by highlight opal. There's beautiful large black tourmaline specimen. It weighs 1.11 kilograms. It's A grade and it's going to cost $56 only. This is flat 167. On to the last of the sale today, and it's a beautiful smoky quartz from Zomba, and that is beautiful evidence of the world having a little seizure, giving all the artesonite, because that is artesonite, a chance. Is it artesonite? No, it's not. That's azurine. Sorry. You can see. What is that green? Oh, I don't know, man. That little blade down there. There. Focus. There. That's kind of that termination says azurine. It's got that green on it as well, which may well be artesonite. But yeah, it got hurt and it healed itself. You can see there. And it got hurt, and then the azurine crept in, and the quartz took over a bit later on. That's beautiful, and it is super duper dark. Gorgeous little piece of geology. That was natural. Absolutely gorgeous. This little fella here, 1.286 kilograms, rated very good. It's going to cost all of $40. It's flat 143. Nice. Righto, guys. Thank you very much for joining. I bid you a beautiful day or evening, and we'll see you again on Thursday for some more interesting crystals, minerals, and fossils. Ciao.